All right. I'm gonna go up here and go do a little bottle hunting. My friend said that there's a couple old privies up in here. I probably won't dig today, but I want to look around. And maybe there's some stuff on the surface. I don't know. We'll see what's up in here. Kind of look and see if we can determine what age this old place is up in these bushes. There's I think that right there was an old privy right there. They said that was a double privy. But anyhow, we're gonna walk up in here and see what I can see. I think right there underneath that shit would be a place to dig. There's a train track right up the way. You'll hear it, the train going by up there right now. Really old train track. This old fence post right there. There goes the train. You probably can't be able to hear too good. There's some old jugs and jars way over there. There may be a dump back in here. I'm just going to wander around and see what I can find. Pretty old. I don't know how old this is, but looks like it's been here for a long time. There's an old oil can right there. Old oil can. Doesn't have anything on it. Looks like an oil can. This way, I think. Looks like a lot of the dump stuff is over here. Looks like there's some old junk over here, some jars and stuff. Old shovel. Couple old shovels. They're actually in pretty good shape. They just need handles. This old foundation is cement. They had cement at the time. Some big pickle jars. Modern type mason jars. This stuff's not that old. There's an air conditioner. Looks like maybe this stuff was dumped here though later on. Couple good shovels though. Maybe I'll get those and repurpose them, put some handles back on them on the way out. Little jars. I don't see anything with any embossing on it. This looks like it was dumped here after the fact. That's not as old as this place. Maybe we can find an older. There's a jar, but it's not old. Some old heaters. Looks like maybe from the 50s, early 60s. Don't see a lot of signs of any dump though, really. That's really old or anything. I'm not sure that this was even a house. It could have been a warehouse of some kind or something like that, because I don't see a chimney. Could have been a barn. Maybe the house is, I see a green spot over here, so the house could have been over here. And this was the outbuilding. I'm gonna walk back and make a big circle back in here and see if I see a dump where they dumped stuff back in the day. Not really seeing anything. Looks like there could be something over this way. Oh yeah, I do see another building over here. Like there could be a pit over here. There's a pit over here. Gotta watch your step in this stuff. There could be a well in here. It's been covered over or something. Yeah, look at this pit. That's cool. Crazy it was. That was an underground something. Underground, it's like a big hole in the ground right here. Pretty cool. I don't know what that was for. Looks like the fence goes right down into the hole. I don't know why that is. A bunch of plastic. Maybe it was a, I don't know what it was. But pretty cool. Let's go over here and look at this. Ooh, there's another underground something right there. I wonder what the hell this was. I think there's a house right over there, so I'm gonna have to kind of be quiet. I don't want to piss everybody off or anything. Scare anyone really. I've got permission to be here, but the tracks is right there. And then there's a house on the other side of the tracks. But this looks like an old cellar. It is an old cellar. That's cool. That was an old cellar right over there too. Another one. A bunch of old jars. Look up above you, man. This is a snaky spot right here. Those snakes will love this. I don't see any snakes, but there's a ball mason right there. I think it had something in it. Not very old. There's a bunch of bottles down in there, a bunch of jars of stuff, but I'm a little hesitant to even go in here. It's a little sketchy. Bunch of jars. Fruit jars, but nothing of any real age. It ends right there, but there was lights in here. There's a light down there. Old light. This door that folds down over, it's an old root cellar. I don't think I'm going to go down in there though. I mean, it would be cool to go down in there and dig around, but I think I'm going to steer clear of that right now. It's cool to know that's there though. I think the old house was right. Oh, I see the chimney. The house was over there. So this was the root cellar. There's an old door. There's the old door handle right there. Old door handle. Pretty cool. That was the door to this cellar. There was another cellar right there. That must have been the older cellar or something. Right over there, there's a house though, so I need to kind of sketch out and go back around this way. I really don't want to cause any kind of alarm. There's somebody freaking out. There's someone back here. So I think I'm going to try to go right through here and look at this old house site. Looks like it probably burned down, maybe. It's a burnt down. It has a lot of brick that probably from the 60s or 70s. Not really that old, I don't think. Old cooker right there. Like somebody might have been camping out up in here or something at one time. Yeah, this has got aluminum siding, probably from the 60s. A lot of brick. There's a mantelpiece right there. That's kind of cool. I don't care if I got that. Mantle. Very neat. Here's a pair of sunglasses somebody lost. They're melted. Some doll heads. Those are cool. Take those. Santa head, it looks like. Plastic, not really very old. There's another one, Santa Claus. I think I'll take them though. Almost porcelain. There's some more of them up here too. That right there was an old cooker. Might be some that aren't broke around here. There's another head down there. Oh, there's baby Jesus right there. Little baby Jesus in the manger right there. That's kind of cool. I like that. Let's see what else is up in here. There's Mother Mary. Mother Mary. We'll take Mother Mary. Mother Mary's head. Oop, there's another head. Oh, I bet that one. That could be a wise man or Joseph. I bet that one's Joseph. I bet that one's Joseph. There's a book. I wonder what's in that book. I think that's the well right over there. There's a thing around it. Look at these books. Oh, it's a photo album. A little photo album, maybe. No, this isn't. That's a flooring. Some kind of flooring. Thought it was a book, but it's not. Yeah, this place burned down. This must have been a pretty good, nice place, and then it caught on fire and burned down. It's really grown up now. I can't even get in here. But I'm gonna have to ask Dunk and see if he cares if I really get in here and dig around, because there could be some cool stuff in here. There could be some really cool stuff in here, but I'd have to come in here with a chainsaw or something and clear back some of this brush so I can look around. It's burnt though, so there, it'd have to be stuff that would survive it burning. And I don't know how much stuff would survive it. There's a chimney right there. Looks like the front porch. This is a big place. It's a big ass house. I went down by the guy that owns this place today just to tell him I was going to be over here, but he wasn't there, so I came over here anyways. But he's really cool though. He's not going to care. He's told me that it's been a while that I could come in here and look around, but it's been a minute. He said, I ain't going up in there. He said, that place is full of snakes. But this was back in the summer. There's another head I'd really like to get down there. I bet that's one of these broken. Right there. Check that out. That's a wise man. That's a wise man's head. I'll take a wise man. That's cool. Wise man's head. Made out of porcelain, I think. Alright, we're going to ease around over this way if we can. I really would like to find the dump. They wouldn't have dumped stuff right here. It would probably be way back over there somewhere. But I'm going to put his nose around here a little more, and then I'm going to make a big circle right over by the edge of this. A swamp back over in there, and I bet they would take stuff and dump it off by the swamp. Back in the, if it's early 1900s, pretty early 1900s. That's what you gotta watch out for, these big ass storms. thorns. The size of them thorns. That shit'll fuck you up. I'll try to ease around them. Just take my time. Nose around in here. There could be some iron skillets or something up in here that are nice. Because that wouldn't have burnt, you know, wouldn't have burned up. Here's the pump, well pump. There's the pump. There's the well. Oh, there's the well right there. The round cylinder. That's the well. I bet that sucker's deep. This was down in the ground to keep it from freezing. They would build these holes in the ground and put the tank, the pressure tank down in there. Keep it from freezing. Here's the kitchen. There's a pretty modern dryer in there, it looks like. So this was lived in not too awful long ago, but it is a really old place. I mean, it's probably, you know, early 1900s, 1930s maybe, originally. But it was lived in for a lot of years. So I'm gonna ask Dunk when this burned down. He'll know. And he will know a lot about it. He's really a good history guy. One day I'm gonna get him to talk about some history around this area. See, there's the garage building right there. Just by the way the doors are made on these garages, I can tell it's pretty old. That's a pretty modern kitchen bottle. I'm going to try to go right up through here, back inside of where the house was. See what I see. That looks like it was a front porch swing or something. There's the old kitchen sink right there. There's another chimney. There were several chimneys. This is a big place. There's a big place. I see a ribbon tied over there. I wonder why that's there. I don't know what that was. That looked like it was an old, just a big old cabinet of some kind. Doesn't really look like a refrigerator. Could have been though. There's bound to be something pretty cool in here. I'll get over here by this chimney. Yeah, somebody sprayed. Oh, that's a gas line. That's why they sprayed that and put a tag there. Shut off gas line right there. I would say Dunk probably bought this land after it burned down. There's an old heater. Probably what burned this place down, one of them damn old ass coal heaters. pretty cool though. There's a chimney. There's the chimney. Big ass chimney. Fireplace. That could have burned it down too. Hard to tell. I'm gonna ease back around through here a little bit, and then I'm gonna try to get out of here. Not seeing anything very cool. There's a barbecue grill. What's up here must have been the front porch. There's some cool planters out there on the front porch. And there's another chimney right there. There's a cool old step ladder thing there, but it's pretty well shot. That's kind of cool. That might be worth getting. Don't doesn't care. That old piece there went inside the fireplace. It's kind of chintzy. Not really seeing anything. It must have been scrounged through pretty good after the fire. The planter over there. A big old front porch. This must have been the front porch. But anyways, I'm going to ease around, and I think I'm going to go down that way and then suck back around towards the truck. Okay. Step on the nail. Gotta watch your step in places like this. That was a double-sided fireplace. There's one on this side and one on the other side. So that's pretty old. You know, that was in a bedroom. This was a bedroom right here. That was the bedroom. There's a big steel plate in there where the smoke went up, and the fire would have been right there. They used to hide stuff in some of these fireplaces. Sometimes they'd have a brick you could pull out, and they'd hide their money and stuff in there. But I don't see any bricks that look like they would come out. But I'm gonna get out of here and try to go see if Dump cares if I come back in here later and really dig around. Looks like an old barbecue grill or something right there. Propane tank. There's all kinds of stuff around here that could have burnt the house down. But there's a nail I almost stepped on. I guess that's it. I got Mother Mary and baby Jesus out of there. Just about in time for Christmas. And I got to check this out, man. This old place they would put their canning stuff, you know. They would can food, put it down in these cellars so it would be underground where it wouldn't get hot. That's what this was, is their canning area. See, they had all kinds of jars. I really want to go down in there, but I don't have a flashlight and I can't see. And this time of year, that'd be a snake magnet. So I think I'm just going to come back on that one with a flashlight, a good flashlight where I can really see where I'm stepping and what I'm doing. Might want to put my snake boots on and stuff. Go down in there. And then here's another hole in the ground right here. That makes me think that maybe this was the first cellar. This one could be quite a bit older than that one. And it fell in or something, so they made a new one. I'm just guessing. I'm not sure of that. I'll ask my friend what he thinks about all this. He may know the history of it. But there is supposedly a privy over there. There could be several privies around here. I would say they are back over there where he said. It wouldn't be too far from the house. Could be right here somewhere. Usually they weren't too far away from the house, but they were off on the edge of the property somewhere. They didn't want it so close that it would stink, you know. But they didn't want it so far away that they had to walk a long ways to get to it in the middle of the night. But I'm going to ease around through here and see if I find a dump. I would really like to find a dump where they threw away shit back in the day. That would be awesome. I'm going to make it circle in here. The train tracks is right there though, so you know it's hard to tell whether they would have had a dump here. A lot of times they loaded the trash on the trains back in the day and hauled them down the tracks and threw the trash off in the ditch somewhere. But I'm not seeing much back here. This was probably just a field back in the day. They probably had their cows, milk cow back here. In a field. I'm betting this was just a big field. But it's all grown up now. There's a big tree back here. I've been there a long time. For sure where Dump's land ends, but I think he owns a bunch of this land, so I'm really not worried about getting on someone else's land. But that's a big ass tree. That's been there a long time. That's a big tree. So this was probably a field with one or two big trees. There's one there and there's another one right down there. I'm gonna wander down towards this other big tree. Kind of go down along the edge of the swamp down here. So a lot of times they would go to the edge of the swamp and that's where they would make their dump. There's a block, a concrete block over there. Really would love to find the dump. I can dig. I don't have a privy probe. I need to get one of them probes like Creek Diggers has, and maybe I could determine where there's a privy up in this stuff to dig. But that house had 3 fireplaces. You know, those people that were in that house were pretty well off. You know, they weren't poor. I'm away from the tracks now. I'm way back in here. No one can hear me now. I can talk a little louder. But there was a house right across on the other side of the tracks back there, so I was kind of having to be quiet. But anyways, I'm gonna ease on around through here and look for the dump. May not find anything. May not even be a dump here, but at least I'll know. I'll eliminate this area back in here by just circling in here. I do see something up that way. I think that might have been where I came in, though. I'll keep going this way. This land is in between the tracks and a swamp, though, so there's really no other access in here. I do see some trash back here. Not real old, though. Off this edge right here, somewhere could be a dump. It would be great if I could find a dump off the edge of this. There's a pan. Not real old. Oh, I do see some bottles and stuff down here. This could be the dump right in here. Here's some trash. There's a fence post and some wire right through here. That must have been the edge of their field. A lot of times they'd go way to the back of their field and then dump their trash off on the edge of one of these swamps. And there'll be a place where they just dumped it off in here somewhere. I just love to find a place like this where I can just come out here when I want and feel somewhere. If there is a dump back here. Heard something over there. Well, there's an old chisel plow or something. That's kind of cool. Yeah, that tells me I'm right. Look at that. It's got some serious points. Serious points on that thing. That's kind of dangerous sitting out here like that, one point sticking up. You accidentally stepped on that, it'd go right through your foot. Look at that point on that damn thing. Sharp as could be. This is the corner of the property right here. There's the corner post probably right there. I don't see a dump, so if they were gonna dump, it'd probably been right here. It could be under this dirt where someone covered it up or something. Really need one of them probes to jam in the ground, see if you start hitting glass. But yeah, I don't really see anything back here. Oh yeah. deer or something right over there. I hear something. Keeps moving. There's a Formosa tree over there. Big Formosa tree. Those things grow real slow. That's a pretty big one. I'll go back down and around. You know, there's a river right over that way. It's a big swamp in between here and the river. But you know, they could have went down and dumped stuff in the river. A lot of times they would do that back in the day. Down here in the south, they were pretty trashy. They would just throw stuff off the side of the road, in the river, just wherever there was a ditch, they would just throw shit in there. And they did it for years and years. So if you can find one of them places where the whole community dumped trash for years, you can start finding some pretty cool stuff. But, well, it's kind of, I was curious about this area and about coming up in here, so it's kind of got me where I kind of know what's up in here. I've only seen it from the road, and so now that I got a chance to actually walk up in here, I can actually ask some, you know, some intelligent questions about what went on here. Because there's a lot of old timers that will know when this burnt down and when that house burnt down. And maybe they might even be able to point me in the right direction to find the dump that might be up in here. But it might not be here on this property. They may have had another place to dump stuff, you know. But there will be some privies here. I guarantee there's privies here, but finding them is another story. I'm gonna ease around here towards my truck. I think I see another chimney right here. I don't know why they would have had another chimney back here. Maybe this is another place that's even older. A wire crate right there. Maybe this was the original place and then they moved up there or something. That's definitely another chimney right there. Man, it's thick over in here. I'm not even gonna be able to get it through here. Probably gonna have to go back around the other way. Possibly. Damn briars, look at that. Briars. Mess you up. Big ass briars in here. Alright, here's some blocks right over there. There's a chimney here, but it could have been like an outbuilding where they smoked meat or something like that. You know, it may not have been There's the cedar, big ass old cedar tree. That's been there a long time. Those grow real slow. Cedar trees. See a big cedar tree. It's hundreds of years old. I bet that cedar tree right there is probably, that cedar tree is probably 100 years old or so. I don't know, but there's one in my mom's front yard that when I was a little kid, it was there, and it's quite a bit bigger now, but it hasn't grown that much in 40 years. There's another well right there, it looks like. What is this? Let me sneak it back around through here. Oh, wow. This looks like maybe it's a breaker box. Let's see if it has a date on it. Yeah, there's another breaker box. Thought it was a money box at first. It's a breaker box though. That's fuses, so that would have been from the 60s probably. There's the meter right there. There's some wire in here. Look at that copper. There's some copper wire right there. There's probably enough copper wire right in here to make some cash. To dig that shit out. But no, I don't see anything. Ooh, it's soft right here. Ooh, what is this? That's cool. The fireplace stand. Firewood stand. I'll take that with me. That's pretty neat. So yeah, there was another house site right here. Right in here. I wonder if this one burned down too. There's another well right there. I'm gonna go over here and look at this well, and then we're gonna get out of here. I'll show you what these wells look like around here. They're sketchy. This one ain't closed over either. No, it's not that deep, but man, I won't drop my phone down in there, but I bet you could go down in there and dig that out. Might be some cool stuff down in there. Man, this is thick. I don't know how to get the heck out of here. Go back around this way. Open over here. And I'm going to ride back up to Dunk's shop and see if he's there, because I really would like to talk to him about this stuff over here and see what he says about it. Now that I found that house site, that this little building here does make more sense if it could have been a privy. This right here, this little crap right here, is supposed to be a double privy, is what they said. So, I mean, that is really old. I mean, it's not square nail old, but it's It's old nails. I mean, that stuff's been there for a long time. I can tell you that. It is old. The wood is still here though. I mean that, but it had tin over it. That was probably standing for a long time. So right in there somewhere is where we gotta dig, I guess. I'm guessing right over there underneath that stuff. But I'm not gonna start digging until I get permission. He'll probably let me dig right there though. I'll dig down a few feet and see if I hit any use layers or any line or anything like that. But in the meantime, I'm gonna get out of here. I did find a few treasures. I found Jesus. Not every day you find Jesus. But everybody should find Jesus from time to time, I think. There's old glass right there. That's pretty old. I don't know how old it is, but there's another piece of amber glass. Right here in the road. Maybe the dump was right here in the damn road. It could have been over on this side. Could be down in there. No, I'm finding glass right here in the road. There's some milk glass. Milk glass. That thing is pretty cool. I'll find some kind of repurpose for that. Yeah, I'll repurpose that into something cool. Or just clean it up and put it in the flower bed. Here's our finds today. Put the tailgate down. Well, I can't. Here's the finds. We got a wise man. Baby Jesus. Mother Mary's head. I don't know what else I got. I tried to stick him in. He's got a furrowed brow. And then we've got another wise man. Got all their heads. And then another wise man. Or those almost look like Santa. Those two are the same. Those two are the same. So, and then we got Mary. And we found Jesus. So, little baby Jesus in the manger. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. I'll holler back at you guys another day.